ready to go racing here from Sonoma, California. Christopher Bell, Ross Chastain lead the field to the green flag. 25 laps around this second road course of the season. It was 35. We had a game crash after 10 laps, so here we are. Chastain to the lead. Stages 7, 7, 11 here from Sonoma, California. I'm joined up in the booth as usual by Fast Cook Live, Jay Cook here. Jay, we're road course racing for the second time this season. We see Chastain off to an early lead, but awesome thing about Sonoma, of course, here we have no stage cautions, of course, as well, so that opens up a whole new avenue of strategy. However, only one pit stop necessary for these drivers here today.
Yeah, and really the thing to watch out for, Gary, is there's no guaranteed cautions, but this section that we're coming up to now, the S's, and there's a whole lot of 2, even 3 wide going on here. Blaney getting a little bit frisky with the 47 and 11, a little bit of contact on both sides there. The 47 is Stenhouse getting a little bit hairy already, and as we go through the S's, this is the place to watch out for. We've seen lots of contact happen here. I think everybody's going to make it through fine this time, but as we go green, I think on the first lap, they all expect to be too wide, Gary, but as we go further and further on, when they all get single filed out, when somebody sends it up the inside, you're not ready for it, and chaos can happen there.
Ross Chastain won this race last season. It was a bit of a different vibe that he won in. Now, he has one win this season, but last season, if you remember, it was a crash-filled race. Stage 1 was clean, but from that point on, it was crash after crash after crash. We have a problem in the back. We have an accident, actually, in the background. It's looks like the 3 of Austin Dillon's gone for a spin. Oh, he's going to get nailed. Oh, we got a flip. The 78 of PJ McLeod up and over, and we have an early caution right off the bat there, the 3 car. Here's a look at what originally happened. Bubba Wallace turns the 10 of Almirola, who cut across his nose, but it wasn't done there. Watch the 3 get turned by the 48 on the exit of the hairpin, and there he goes for a nice little spin. Watch the 78 in the background. He's going to drive into him, and, well, he gets hit by the 77 up and over, and so does the 51 get involved as well. Ready to go green for the restart. We did have everybody pit, but Chastain would retain the lead. But you see a great launch right there from the 20 of Christopher Bell trying to go around the outside. Jay, this is the preferred lane. You want to be on that right side up through this section here unless you have contact for the lead.
Little bit of contact, but they get away. Oh, more contact in the back. There goes Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, a big cluster back there in the background. I think everybody gets away without major damage, but
might be a yellow.
Yellow knowing up a peg NR is on road courses, and there's no caution. We get away with that one, Gary. That was a lot going on in that restart, but so far everybody getting away just fine. Bit of contact at the front, but Christopher Bell leads Chase Elliott side by side with Kyle Busch. Everybody is still 2 by 2 back here. I love these double final restarts of 78. I think, no, not the 78. Somebody back there was loose on the curb.
We got some 3 wide as well, again, just like lap 1 here now. This is similar to what we saw in that opening lap before we had the chaos in that final hairpin.
And Blaney was one of those that went off the track on that restart right there and able to get some of these positions back and still getting in front of
Bowman.
He's
using them up.
Which, ooh, a little bit of contact, actually. He's going to get behind Bowman because he had contact, had to slow down.
Some check up right there on the exit of that corner, and that basically blows every opportunity and opens it wide open for that 99 of Daniel Suarez. What a move right there. Now, Jay, though, he's got to, of course, try and navigate side by side through these S's.
And he's on the line you don't want to be on for these last couple of S's here. He's on the outside, still on the outside in the dirt. A little bit of contact. Going to make the 24 go sliding. Both go sliding. Both still side by side. Fantastic racing here, Gary, for a spot outside the top 10 currently trying to make their way forwards. Both the 99 and the 24 racing across the board. They've looked really strong. Haven't really gotten all of the wins we'd expect them to get, especially Hamlin. But they've had consistently strong performances. Just can't find themselves in victory lane more than once yet.
You see Reddick. He gets the final stage point there. Chastain does win stage 1, but we stay green. But Jay's talking about those Toyotas. They've had speed. Showcasing not a lot of pace right now, as it looks like as well a little bit of front end damage. Caution's out, actually. We have a caution on the track. There it is. It's the 51 of J.J. Yaley. I guess we'll go with this weekend. Jay, look at the lap count as well. This is going to make things pretty interesting on feel. Well, things start with Denny Hamlin. The 31, watch this. 31 is going to simply turn, and we were just talking about him being a little ways back, and the 51 yet has not picked up any damage. We have yet to see what actually happens to this 51. We're going to stay on board because I wouldn't be surprised if something happens right here. They're already throwing the caution for that. No, the 31. Oh, no.
A menace.
Going back green, Chastain side by side with Bell. Bell's in the preferred lane, but Jay, look at that, a slow restart for the 20. Does he have enough to send it up the inside? I don't think so.
No, not at all. Chastain covers that off immediately. The 1 car is a rocket ship, Gary. He's gone immediately. That leaves the 2 Toyota teammates side by side. Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott behind them side by side. That's a battle we've seen a lot in this race. And Kyle Busch all over the back bumper of the 1903 and Bell getting
look at that. Wow.
on this restart. 2 spots there. Man, this 20 car that we thought might have had something for Chastain there down to 4th, Gary. And oh, Cindric goes wide. Harvick back there. Okay, these guys are just taking the normal line. 3 wide a little bit there for a second. Now back to 2. This is the part that's going to be interesting to watch. The back part of this field as they go 2 wide through these S's.
Side by side. This time it's with Tyler Reddick. And wow, they're using each other up. But once again, Jay, I mean, if you're the 45, you got to use up that 7 way more. You almost have to wreck them if you want to make a pass in that position.
Oh.
Wow.
It's barely clear right there. I thought Reddick, when he got on that curb right there, I'm not sure I've seen anybody use that curb all day long. I thought that was going to propel him into the 7 car, but they get away with it clean. Now Reddick goes for a move on him again into the hairpin, has the inside line, should make this pass easy right here. The inside line has been dominant so far, but LaJoie able to hold on to the outside really well and actually keep this position all by himself.
Oh, baby.
Oh, checks up big time there. Reddick now gets the spot. That was a huge checkup from the 7. I guess felt he was squeezed. Gave up the spot easily to Reddick. That's one of the few passes we've seen so far. Not on a direct restart, but Chastain up at the front, Gary. 1.65 seconds
winner.
Now. This one car is incredible. Yeah, you're right. Stage winner as well as this one car. I mean, absolute class of the field right now. Going to take something massive to go wrong for this one car, I think, for him to lose this race. It looks like nobody has the speed to touch him right now.
So stage 2, that 48 going for a slide. Stage 2 ends right there at the end of lap 14. So Chastain sweeps the first 2 stages here from Sonoma. You see the top 10 up on the top left there on the leaderboards. Pit stop strategies. So, I mean, Jay, we have a caution. We have a caution on the track, actually, as we're talking about that. And we see some smoke there, but I think it might be the 21 of Harrison Burton that has brought out the caution. We saw him a ways back, but that gives everybody another shot.
Oh, yeah.
We knew it would happen at some point in the S's. Bubba Wallace, the 38 come together right there, and the 38 is going to get hooked into the barrier. Caution's going to fly in Sonoma. Bubba comes back on track, thankfully, though, keeps it clean on his return. Ready to go back green. AJ Allmendinger blowing up into the pits, as this could be the final restart. Jay, we saw Bell have nothing on that last restart. Could Truex be the recipe to put Toyota in victory lane with a good restart right here?
Yeah, he's going to need a
maybe.
Ross Chastain. He got a pretty good one. He's going to have to hold it through the first turn and up to the hill as well. And Truex checks up a little bit. That allows Chastain to get back to the outside. But there he goes. Truex might have been able to clear him. Not clear just yet. Still at the quarter panel. That's the best restart we've seen so far from the front row, though. But Chad, look at the one car. Came back to him side by side. Now he almost got the advantage. Truex to the inside, though, with the advantage.
Not enough.
Now, yeah, Chastain, huge run, clears him, gone, goodbye.
Here might have been the 38, as they're all going to get this sorted out here. As caution's out again, another yellow, and it's the 10 of Eric Almirola. Heavy damage right there. Here's the look. Watch Denny Hamlin just drive right into the left rear of Eric Almirola. Not really going to back out and just hook him into the barrier. So during the caution period, somehow Kyle Busch is now scored second. He was there was no pit stop, so not quite sure exactly how he has gotten here, but we're ready to go back racing. Jay, again, a chance for someone to dethrone Chastain. A good launch from the 8, but we saw the same on the last restart from the 19.
Oh, that's maybe the best launch we've seen, but had to check up once again. Still allows Chastain to get there, but Kyle Busch might have him clear. No, he does. He does have him clear. Chastain slipped up a little bit. That's where we saw Chastain get a good run, but Kyle Busch able to clear him. Gary, Chevy on Chevy. Busch has the advantage. Chase Elliott up to 3rd. Truex with a terrible restart once again. These Toyotas had good speed earlier. Towards the end, they're falling off now. Now a Chevrolet top 3 with Kyle Busch now in the lead.
Kyle Busch, what a season it's been. It's not been great for him. He's had his ups and downs, and now here he is leading. But wow, look at that. Look at in the background, 3 wide as they head down. Really, really tight racing there. Bowman in the middle, Gregson, Suarez. This is fantastic racing, though. You got to love it. If you're Kyle Busch, I mean, you see that right side being the preferred lane. You're really hoping for no caution at this point.
Yeah, you got to go everywhere that you know Chastain's going to want to be. You have to take the defensive line every single corner, not allow Chastain to get a run at all. We know the passing is hard. The one car does have one of the fastest cars here, but still, passing has been tough so far. There goes Cindric on the outside right there. Had to slide up and catch his car a little bit. Lost a few spots out of that, I believe, but still a good scrap going on back here. We've seen this 45 car. I think every time we've gone to him, he's been side by side so far. 2 laps to have time to get back to him and do the same thing to him. So Chastain probably
he's opening it up
right now to have his moment. But yes, you're right. The gap is now, when we were last looking, Chastain was all over his bumper. Now there's a little bit of a gap there, about 2 or 3 car lengths. All of a sudden, Kyle Busch in the last little bit of this lap, until right then, got an advantage, but Chastain sent it right back to him. Two big things on the line right now for these two guys. Obviously, Chastain wants more points. 1 lap to go. Kyle Busch wants to get locked into the playoffs. Here we go, Gary. 1 lap between the 2 fastest cars today here in Sonoma.
I completely forgot Chastain won last week, but look at that. He goes wide again, and Chase Elliott's now closing up on the back from Kyle Busch. This is fantastic for Kyle Busch right there. Chastain, if he's lucky, he's going to get one opportunity, but he needs to stop making mistakes right there and hit every single apex J. He needs to be ready to make a move into the next turn, otherwise it's going to have to be on that final hairpin.
Chastain needs to have a really good set of S's here, Gary. Set himself up for that hairpin. That's a corner you can dive bomb really easily, and Chastain is Chastain. We know he will do that for a win if he's there. So he needs to have a fantastic set of S's here. Kyle Busch needs to have a better set of S's. Right now, both look pretty good. The gap has not really changed much. Chastain actually slips up right there. You can see him let off the throttle, and I think that might have given a little bit of an advantage to Kyle Busch. Not going to be close enough, Gary. I think without any huge mistakes, I think Kyle Busch has this thing in hand. I'm not sure Chastain is close enough for the hairpin.
At this very moment, Kyle Busch is 23rd in the standings, but he is about to change his whole season unless Chastain sends it. He gets close to his bumper, but it's not going to be enough. Thank goodness. Kyle Busch out of the final turn here in Sonoma for the first time this season is going to come through to pick up the victory over that number 1 who got there, but not close enough. Kyle Busch is locked into the playoffs, and that puts 4th place finisher, or 10th place in points, Martin Truex Jr. out of the playoffs. With the amount of winners we've had this season, that will give us only 3 drivers in on points currently. Michael McDowell, Denny Hamlin, and the regular season championship leader of Chase Elliott.